name a better duo in the NFL. I don't think you can, Jordan.
It's very hard. The Chiefs were competing with Tyreek Hill and Mahomes versus Kelce and Mahomes. No Tyreek, no problem for the Chiefs in week one. Mahomes, 30 of 39, 360 yards, 5 touchdowns. Kelce, he was targeted 9 times. He hauled in 8 of those. He had 121 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. There were no turnovers between
0
the two.
picks.
There weren't any picks. Kelce wasn't dropping passes. There were no concentration lapses or anything. This was the Chiefs' 2 best players, full send regardless of position, really showing up and really making plays and really making it happen. This was an offseason filled with changes for the Chiefs and differences in transactions and drama from, certain players that are no longer with the team. And they picked up right where they left off. So I think the conversation with offense can end somewhere else, but it starts with how good the duo of Kelce and Mahomes was in week one.
No doubt about it. You knew coming into the season that it might be a different guy every week as far as wide receivers go. And we'll probably talk about it here in a minute. The receiver this week was Juju. But as far as Mahomes and Kelce go, there's no tried and true combo at this point in the NFL. They've been together the longest and they have such a rapport. It's insane what they can do together. And you said 8 catches for 121 yards. It seemed like that was almost like undersold throughout.
It was quiet. He had a quiet 121 yard, 1 touchdown, almost 10 catch game. I was like, I looked at the end, or ESPN Stats and Info tweeted like Kelce's the 3rd tight end ever to have 30 100-yard games. I was like, he doesn't have 100 yards. There's no way. And then I looked and he was like 121. I was like, there is no way that I knew he had a couple chunk plays, but like he is the silent assassin who is big and dances. So that contradicts it. But like, if this game showed one thing, Kelce's still going to be the number 1. He's always going to be the number 1 as long as he's elite. 2, it doesn't like with Tyreek Hill sometimes, with McCole Hardman sometimes, there's going to be guys this year. They are going to not come like their targets are not going to arrive in the flow of the offense always. Kelce, there's no forcing the ball to him. If there is, it's a smart decision. He is always in the flow of the offense. He is the flow of the offense. That's what I learned in week 1. But I learned a lot of stuff, I think, in week 1. But like that was Kelce-wise, he's not going anywhere. Barring injury, he's going to be the best tight end in the NFL for another year. And that's my reaction off, yes, 1 game.
Yeah, it's consistency, man. I mean, they're just 2 of the most consistent players and they're on the same team. And they're both on track to be future, lock Hall of Famers, probably first ballot for both of them eventually. Mahomes, while we're on Mahomes, he's front runner for MVP after week 1, as long as Russell Wilson doesn't do anything crazy on Monday Night Football. But 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. The completion percentage is outrageous. 360 yards. That's just insane. Yeah. I know the Cardinals were dealing with some things, so people might, try to downplay a little bit, but
I don't give a damn.
Like, how can you downplay that?
Yeah. As somebody who, and this is an odd, character arc for me to take, because I'm usually like, let's pump the brakes. It's only 1 game, like blah, blah, blah. Mahomes was bleeping awesome, man. I almost want to drop the word. He was absolutely fantastic. Kelce, great too. And we'll talk about, there's a natural segue to Juju or like the running game or whatever, the running backs in general, but like the duo was back in full force, like amidst all these changes and question marks and people in the media nationally and locally, even people questioning whether it would be the same. I was a little bit interested, not necessarily worried, that Mahomes wouldn't spread the ball around as much. He targeted 10 different players and he completed passes to 9, and Kelce still led the team in catches. He still led the team in targets. He still led the team in yards, and he had the biggest reception of the game in terms of yards. So where are they going to go? They're not going anywhere. The Chiefs are going to look different. They're going to have different guys step up each game, but the top dog at quarterback was on it, and the top dog in terms of pass catchers was on it. And I know that there's a lot to learn from this game, but man, that's one hell of a place to start.
Yeah, Travis Kelce now on pace to, what is it, his 7,000 yard season in a row, or is it 8th now? I'm losing track.
I think it's 7, but either way, it's extending his own record. Like that's insane.
So he's definitely on pace as long as he stays healthy. I think he's definitely going to get to 1,000 yards again. And Mahomes, if he can stay healthy and if everything is going well, I think he's definitely going to be a front runner for MVP. So that's what I got on the dynamic duo between Kelce and Mahomes.